Take the sunglasses off your head. Put them stuff like
Alex, can you file conditions on that other case?
Yes, Judge.
Yeah.
Is it Fernanda Solis Martinez?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On November 19th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, in response to a family disturbance. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, who stated that he and the defendant, his sister, got into a verbal argument that turned physical. Both parties admitted to striking one another, and the defendant walked over to the complainant's computer and began hitting the computer monitor with a PS5 controller, causing damage. The officer observed the monitor to be shattered, and there was also damage to the headset and controller. The complainant estimates the cost of damage to be $1,120.
Okay, Ms. Solis, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. How old are you, ma'am?
I'm 22.
Are you here with anyone today?
I'm
Are
sorry.
you here with anyone today? What do you do for a living?
Nurse student in Memorial Herman.
Do you have any kind of income whatsoever?
I would say I make about 1,000 a year, 1,000 a week.
All right, would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to have you fill out an application with Stephen. We need to work and we need to figure out what we're going to do, because typically in these types of cases, I bar you from having contact with the complaining witness in this case, meaning that you're not allowed to have contact with your brother.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't know where you live. I don't know if you live with him. So what I'm going to, don't say anything now. I have a bunch of DAs here. What you say could hurt you. I'll appoint you a lawyer today, but we need to find out the family dynamic, because if you pick up a new case, you start acting a fool in the free world. I'm going to take the free world away from you, and I'm going to put you in jail, and I'm going to make your bond high. And you have to understand that if you don't have anyone that's going to post your bond, you will sit there in jail until this case is over with. And I'm going to tell you, it takes about 9 months just to get a 911 tape, and all that you're working for, all that schooling to become a nurse. Where does it go? Right. So we'll figure out that here momentarily. So do not leave until we let you go, though. Okay. Stephen's going to give you the application. I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box, ma'am. Please. Do you mind? Ma'am, come on up. So if you look on the TV on the left hand, that is Ray. He's been appointed to represent you. If you'd be so kind as to give me your cell phone there, I'm going to chat it to him, and then I'm going to send you out so you guys can talk and get on the same page about the case.
Yeah.
Real quick. Thank you, Jordan.
January 28th to the 30th.
Did you hear that, Ray? January 28th through the 30th.
January 30th is actually better for me.
Okay.
Okay. All right, ma'am. So if you be so kind, just, is your cell phone on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just step outside momentarily. He's going to call you. You guys, when you're done, just come back in, and then we'll figure out how to go forward.
Yeah.
Okay, please. Ray, if you need to butt in and just say anything, feel free.
Yes, sir. I think we have an agreement for restitution dismiss. I don't believe the state's going to be moving forward on their motion for bond conditions, so probably just get the
Well,
receipt.
I do. I mean, I want to make sure that she's not going to, have any more issues, so I'm placing bond conditions on no threatening or harassing, I guess. Is she here? Where'd she go?
I told her to go back in. She should be back in there.
How much is restitution, Ray?
$161.
What? I thought it was like 500 something.
It was a monitor that was really damaged. According to the RIP, it was the monitor and actually.
Yes, so the original, I think, estimate was $1,000, but once we conducted the RIP, the complaint stated it was $161.
Really?
In restitution.
Okay. So is that, you're going to put that kind of bill?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
I'm doing it right now.
So I'll just order no threatening or harassing, no weapons, Ray.
Did she go back in or?
No, she's going to pay her car.
Oh, okay.
She'll be back right here momentarily. I guess let me go do that jail plea. I'm going to go do a jail plea in 6 real quick.
Okay.
Hopefully she'll be back in time. And then Ricardo, take a look. And then Michael, will you take a look and see?
Yes, I will, Judge.
Can you? Again, and again, and again, and again, Mr. Woods. 8/14/23, assault of a family member. 6/9/24, violation of protective order, assault bodily injury. Another assault bodily injury. February of 24, assault of a pregnant person, for which you're on deferred now. And now you've picked up another case. You now stand charged with criminal mischief. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cases, all in a matter of months. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Mr. Woods.
Yes, Judge. The defendant was traveling with the complainant to go see the defendant's child with his child's mother. The defendant continued attempting to be sexual with his child's mother, and the complainant engaged in a verbal altercation with the defendant. Upon arriving home, the defendant exited the vehicle and the complainant drove to a store close to her home. The defendant took the complainant's iPad and walked and followed the complainant to the Kroger. The defendant then jumped on the complainant's hood as she was driving and struck her window multiple times with a rock, causing damage to her vehicle. Estimated damage was $300.
Who is the complaining witness in this case?
The complaining witness in this case is a Jacqueline Perry, who is the same complainant in the assault of a pregnant person.
Tell me he's not supposed to have contact with this complaining witness? Guys,
Morgan.
Mr. Woods is on deferred for assault of a pregnant person.
Yes, Judge, I'm emailing the felony prosecutor right now.
Was he, as a condition of that, not to?
No threatening, harassing, or abusive contact with the complainant in that case.
Mr. Woods, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm now sending you for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. If you fail to go take the test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm going to make it so high. On one ankle, I'm going to put a GPS monitor because I'm ordering you not to have contact with this person, and you've shown repeatedly that you are incapable of following bond conditions. And I'm going to put a 1,000-foot radius that you're not to have any contact with this person. You're not to have any weapons. You're not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. And I'm going to test you repeatedly so I know that you're not using, but I'm sending you now for a drug test. Like I said, you failed the test, and if you fail to come back, things will not go well. Do you understand, Mr. Woods? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Take a seat for me.
Presented positive for alcohol usage.
Okay. I'm Mr. No, nothing else? Just that's it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Woods, I'm telling you now, no alcohol, no dope. I'm going to test you like crazy. If I find that you're using, it's not good. Do you understand me? I'm putting a monitor on your ankle. I don't want you to go within 1,000 feet of where she lives, where she works, where she breathes, hangs out. I will do everything in my power to protect every person of Harris County. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You are on felony probation. It's very possible they now issue a warrant for your arrest because of, number one, picking up this case. Number two, the complaining witness. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. Probably behoove you to talk to someone quick. Waive the fees. Monitor today, please.
Already have it for whatever.
Mr. Woods, in this case, a protective order has been issued. I would get to know it because if you violate the protective order, the state can and will file a violation of a protective order against you. And then things will really go sideways quick. So take heed of that protective order. There is an exclusion address on J Street that you're not to go to. Don't do it. We have a monitor on you so we know exactly where you will be going and where you're not to go. You understand? Okay, sir. I'll have you sign a wreath of Victoria. We'll have you get with Felicia for your bond conditions, then you're free to go. Hi. Good morning.
Mr. Lopez, who is not on docket, but his probation discharge is in your queue for signature. He has completed everything successfully.
Wonderful. Is he here?
He is. Mr. Lopez?
So we're done. What do we learn?
You don't challenge the system. You stay on task. You stay focused. You stay busy. It's 5 years worth of lessons, Your Honor. It's
Been on it for a long time. So if there's anything that you're going to take away here, don't get into a car when you've had anything to smoke, when you've had anything to drink, because you got to understand you're now facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. And with your record, you ever get pulled over and they smell something funky, whatever it may be, it's probably not going to go very well. You know what I mean?
sir.
You look great. I'm glad that you've completed successfully. Thankfully, she has been tenacious in your representation to see this through, because I'm going to tell you now, there are not many lawyers who would act as Ms. Phillips has done to see this all the way through. So I hope you really appreciate what she has done, because she's done a lot.
I very much recognize that.
And you've done a great job. And
Thank you, Judge. He's been an exceptional client as well.
well, we've had a lot of issues, but I'm glad that you've finally gotten it done. You're not in jail. But remember this, the thing about this is you're going to forget about us. Time heals all wounds, but the law is a jealous mistress that she's on your back for the rest of your life. Gnawing, clawing. She's never going to forget about you. You get pulled over, you're 81 years old. You smell funky. They don't care. You're going to end up in jail. Remember that. All right? Good job. I'm glad you got it done. Take care, Mr. Lopez.
Sir.
Thanks. Good job. You too.
No, of course not.
That's the best way.
It's like right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Judge, Michael, his fans wanted to sing the line.
You have a fan club, Michael. So they all want you to say bye.
Hello, fans. It was a pleasure being your elected DA in Court 5. Have a wonderful time with Judge. He's a great man. Signing off. I might be back.
Yeah. I mean, sure. Sure you'll be back. Of
I'll be
course
back.
you will. On the other side.
On the other side.
So I'm letting him know that you're heading out to just be a defense lawyer,
Yes, yeah.
They're saying goodbye to you as well.
Well, goodbye.
Virtual waves all around. Everybody else stays though, guys.
Hey, Michael, don't forget about your cake.
Yes, no, we're gonna go back right now.
Judge, Mr. Dixon brought us.
Thanks for bringing the cake, Mr. D. Yes.
He's a good man.
Hey, we're done. So just, done.
For drug testing.